Good day. Welcome to another edition of Farm Advice with Judith Stewart. So today I want to talk about how to avoid, debt traps as a farmer or agribusiness, owner. You need to know how to avoid, debt, traps. Not just debt, but debt traps because debt is good, but they also come with other things that if you do not manage it well, can lead you to into some serious psychological, physical and financial trouble. So I want to talk about debt management today. All right. In business, one of the major things you need to understand is debt management. All right. Yeah. And this is one thing I always can tell farmer that one major mistake you need to be aware of and know how to deal with is borrowing money to start a farm business. It is a very serious mistake because starting up a farm business, it requires so many things, and the uncertainty is so huge. So you have to be careful where you are taking money from, to invest. So taking a loan, for example, with interest is troubling because probably you will not have the condition to be able to pay back, on time, and it may lead you to major trouble. So I always advise farmers and people into agribusiness that if you want to start up, don't start with a loan. Find a way to source funding, and then when you start, and you understand your business, you understand cash flow, you understand the market, then you can take loan to improve, expand, and scale up. All right. As a farmer, borrowing money can help you, to expand, to grow your farm. Yes, that is a fact, and that is a truth. But if you borrow money without a plan, it can put your whole business at risk and probably lead you into some deep trouble that could cause the failure of your business. All right? Yes, and you need to know this. All right, a loan should help your farm business to grow, and it should not be the cause why you have sleepless nights. You are sitting up by midnight thinking about how to get money to repay. That kind of situation becomes a burden for you because probably failure to learn how to plan for the loan and the repayment. So before you borrow any money from whether from bank or any financial service provider, make sure you have a plan for repayment. Yes, that is important. So here are what you need to know and do to avoid debt trap as a farmer or agribusiness owner. All right. Yes. So number one thing you need to know and do is to borrow for productive investment. And when I say productive investment, I mean you need to borrow to invest in things that will bring in money or generate income. So if you are going to borrow as a farmer or farm business owner, you have to understand that whatever money you're taking, it should be used on things that will generate profit from which you will be able to pay back. You understand that logic? So if you just borrow money to spend it anyhow on anything, probably because you think you need, like for example, you want to buy uniform for your farm workers, so you think you go and borrow money for that. Is that realistic? All right. Yeah, or maybe you want to get some decent materials on the farm that when you go you realize and enjoy yourself, sitting in a cool quiet place, living room set and thing. Do you think it's that necessary? So you have to be careful what you investing a loan into because it should be able to generate profit to pay back. For example, you should be able to borrow, a money or take a loan because you want to buy quality seeds or chicks, things that will be able to give you profit and you repay. All right. Or probably you could take a loan to be a poultry house, that will make you to have more, to expand your farm and generate more profit, and then you have a means to pay back. Yes. Or probably to buy that equipment that we know will enhance your productivity and also increase income so that you can be able to get more profit and pay back. Yes. But if you are taking it, for personal needs and use or to support your personal lifestyle, definitely you are sliding into a debt trap. And I want to say hard because it will be painful. It will be embarrassing. It will be worrisome. It will become a burden for you if you take money from people or from institutions and put it into things that cannot generate profit. Yes. And to be frank, this is the reality of most of the people, smallholder farmers and other people. They have failed because they take money, they don't put it into productive investment but into things that does not bring income or generate profit for them to be able to pay back. So it becomes a burden on someone. They have to run away from their farm. They have to run away from people. They are walking and looking over their shoulder because somebody that they borrow from will meet them. Yes, and this is a reality for some of the people who take money from Bragg or from Access Bank. The whole thing, they are running away here and there because they don't have a plan that will make them to repay. So you need to avoid borrowing money for personal expenses. Yes, it is not necessary. All right, it will lead you into trouble. Okay, remember that if you borrow money or if you take a loan, it should be able to expand or improve your business and not for your personal lifestyle. All right, and not to expand or improve your personal lifestyle. That means you are going to trouble because your personal lifestyle may not generate income or profit for you to pay back. So sometimes you will have to squeeze the business to be the one to pay back, and probably the business may not survive. And the third thing I want you to know and do is to always calculate your capacity to repay. Your ability to repay will make you a very good, borrower. And that trust and respect will make you to always have access to unhindered finance from institutions that are your creditor. All right. So you need to check to see what would you be able to do to pay back the money. To look at different things. All right. For example, you need to be able to check your cash flow. To know how much money coming monthly, weekly or quarterly, biannually or annually. With that kind of information, you will be able to know how you will pay back the money because it's about spending the money and paying back after some time. And in that period, you have to make sure you have the capacity to pay. And the capacities involve your production capacity, it involves your financial management capacity, it involves your your marketing capacity, it involves your cash flow. You have to understand all of that so that you can be able to pay back with ease and avoid any trap that will hold you back or maybe stall your progress. Yes. So before taking a loan, you need to ask yourself 3 questions. Yes. And I want you to pay keen attention to this one. All right. First question you need to ask yourself is this. All right. How much profit this investment will generate? That question is very important because if you put it, for example, if you buy new equipment, can this new equipment make you generate more profit? Because it is on that basis you are taking the money to pay back. That should be the basis, though. Yes. You need to also ask yourself, can I repay the loan if tomorrow there is issues about drop in prices? Even if production drop tomorrow, would I be able to pay the loan? Ask yourself that question. Because if what you're taking on or depending on to pay the loan has some issues, because there will always be uncertainty and risks and other things, right? So you have to have some second thought to say, what if prices drop tomorrow for maybe rice or for cassava, or for the vegetable? What happened? Will I still be able to pay the loan? So if you have alternative sources, you need to have that at the back of your mind that if something goes wrong tomorrow, you can use your plan B to be able to pay because you want to be debt free, and that's the only way you can move ahead and sometimes even have the chance and opportunity to get more money for bigger investment in your business. So you have to make sure that the answers to these questions should be the guide, should be able to guide you in your decision making process as to when to take a loan and how much money to even take from somebody. Yes. I'm your advisor, so I always advise you to avoid trouble or to know how to deal with things that may lead you into falling into trouble. All right, and that is what exactly I'm doing today. And remember not to borrow more than your fund can realistically repay. So whatever you're borrowing should be something that your fund has the capacity to repay. If not, I'm sorry, there will be some trouble. And the number 3 things that I want you to know and also practice so that you avoid being trapped in debt is to keep good financial record. This is important and this is critical. Why? Because if you do not know how your money is going and how much money is coming in, all right, you will not know how you will pay back the loan. So financial record. So even before you go to take a loan, you have to check your financial record and know your expenses and your income to know the flow in terms of how much money leaving and how much money coming in, and look at that and see whether you have the potential, the strength, the capacity to be able to repay a loan. Yes, to have a very good debt management, strategy and strength, you need to have a good financial record. What that will do is that you will have information on the loan you're taking, the date of the loan, the interest rate, all right? Yes, and a payment plan. Sure. And then you also have information on your daily incomes and your daily expenses. So all this information, you can do your analysis to know whether you will be able to pay back, and it will also guide you in terms of your payment. So you will know that every month you're supposed to pay this, as a repayment for loan, and then based upon your income, and then you also make decision on spending so that you don't spend more because you have something on your head to repay loan. All right, sure. And remember that, okay, if you don't know where your money is going because you don't have good financial record, debt can quickly become a trap, and I don't want you to fall in it. So the core thing I want you to learn today is that debt is not an enemy. Debt is not your enemy. But do you know what? It is poor planning that can make debt look ugly to people. So debt can appear like an enemy if you don't plan for a loan. If you don't do a good planning in terms of how you will be able to raise money and pay back whatever money is taken from an individual, from an institution, or even from government. So this is where the issue is, and I wanted to highlight today. All right. I want to encourage you to borrow wisely. Invest in activities that will generate money. All right. Not just generate money, but generate profit, so that you can be able to repay whatever loan you're taking or you intend to take. And I want to encourage you to always have a clear repayment plan. Yes. Don't just thinking that I will find a way to pay. I will find a way. No, have a clear repayment plan. So if you say you want to pay maybe every month or every 2 weeks, you have to have that plan and work very hard to meet up with that deadline or whatever you plan to do within that time frame. Because it is very good to be in good standing with financial institutions, because when you are in good standing and emergency and other things come about, you can rush to them and they give you money to invest into things that will make you do something. Because there are times that the market get improved, the market gets very, very, very good or favorable. So that could be a time you need extra money to invest, into your farm business or into your agribusiness, so that you can serve the market that is ready in need of something that maybe is not much on the market. So if you're not in good standing with financial institution or maybe individual, then you have an issue. So I want you to avoid that. Always putting yourself in the position to have a payment plan, and that plan should be the thing that will guide your decisions and your actions in terms of what you do and how you do it. All right. Thank you so much. This is wonderful sharing with you how you can avoid debt trap. As an agripreneur, as a farmer, you have to always make sure you are not trapped in debt, because it will hinder your growth and progress, and it will not help you to expand. And this video is sponsored by KSD Pest Control Service. They are deeply involved into spraying homes, offices, business center for insect and anything that can destroy document, destroy foods, destroy the termites, bugs, bed bugs, ants, and different kind of insect, what lizard you can call them, and they will come to help you. Their number is on the screen. Just dial that number and you have them come to serve you, professionally. Have a good day. This is Judith Stewart, your farm advisor.